Check, check. Testing, testing, check. Yep. And welcome here to beautiful Haynes Gymnasium on a Wednesday night. As the sun goes down, we get ready for some Greensboro College Pride volleyball. About 28 minutes until things get going. First serve is scheduled for 6 p.m. here tonight. The Southern Virginia Knights are in town. Should be an exciting matchup as your Pride look to continue their 19-game, or extend further their 19-game winning streak. Push it on to 20 here this evening. Going to be an exciting conference matchup, the final home conference matchup of the year for the Pride. Senior Day over the weekend, so it's not here on Wednesday night, but this is the last home opportunity of the regular season for the Pride. Teams are on the court finishing up some warm-ups. You can hear behind me both these teams very highly energetic coming into tonight's matchup. Both teams anticipating a good one. Southern Virginia comes in 13-3 in conference play. Your Pride 16-0, 24-2 overall on the year, 19-7 for the Knights. Second time these teams have faced off for the year. Southern Virginia took a 3-1 loss last time out at Southern Virginia. They'll be trying to return the favor here in Greensboro this evening. Yeah. Let me know.
Have you been doing the sound check?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn it down.
welcome inside of Haynes Gymnasium for this Wednesday night edition of Greensboro Pride Volleyball. Thank you so much for joining us on the Greensboro College Sports Network. I'm Vance Ballard. I'll be with you all evening long, bringing you a battle of the number 1 and number 2 teams here in the USA South Athletic Conference. Now, Greensboro cannot lose their number 1 position as they have already clinched the number 1 seed in the USA South Conference tournament coming up later on in about a week or so. Coach Dan Bozarth in his first year has this Greensboro Pride team playing fantastic volleyball. The Southern Virginia Knights are in town. They are the number 2 team in the conference, looking to play spoiler a little bit here tonight, knock off the Pride, and end a 19-game winning streak. Greensboro looking to extend that winning streak on to number 20. It's going to be a very exciting matchup here tonight. Serve set for about 6 o'clock. We're just under 10 minutes away from that. We're going to take a quick break here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. When we come back, we're going to preview the game a little bit, tell you what this one may mean. Aside from the winning streaks, who's going to be some key players to watch on both teams. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Welcome back once again inside of Haynes Gymnasium here in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina. About 5, maybe 6 minutes until game time here. The teams are finishing up their warm-ups on the court. And once again, we've got a thrilling matchup in store for you this evening. The Pride playing host to the Southern Virginia Knights. The Knights coming in 19-7 overall on the year, 13-3 in conference play. Your Pride 24-2 overall, 16-0 in conference play. As I mentioned before the break there in the introduction, a 19-game winning streak, trying to make it 20 here tonight. That streak is the 4th longest active streak in all of Division III, the 9th longest streak across all divisions in all of the NCAA. So once again, Coach Dan Bozarth and his team are playing fantastic at I can say it all at the exact right time, but they've been doing it all year long. Just 2 losses so far on the year. During that winning streak, one of the more impressive things to me, not only has it been 19 overall match wins in a row, since September the 13th, this Pride team has only lost 5 games throughout all of their matches. They have only dropped 5 games since September the 13th. So there's really been little bits of adversity here and there for them to overcome. They've done a nice job keeping themselves out of adverse situations and being able to flat out dominate a lot of their matches, winning the majority of them in 3-0 sweeps so far here this season. A little bit about Southern Virginia and Greensboro compared when you look at the numbers not a whole lot of difference between these two teams, both coming in with 2.48 aces per set for Southern Virginia. It is 2.49 for your Greensboro Pride, so that's basically the same thing. 11.2 assists per set for Southern Virginia. Jalen Templeton and company with 12 for the Pride. The blocks per set, Southern Virginia does have the advantage, it seems like, at the net on that end anyway. 2.6 for them, 1.8 per set block-wise for the Pride. 16 digs per set for the Knights, 17 and a half per set for the Pride. That's led by Morgan Mayfield, who is going to be someone to keep an eye on here tonight. The senior is top 5 in the nation in digs per set. She's second all-time in Greensboro College history in total digs. She's averaging 6 digs per set here so far this year and has been a very important piece of this Greensboro Pride volleyball team. Attacks per set, right exactly the same number, 35.25 for the Knights, 35.67 for the Pride. So it's that at that portion of the net is pretty even. It's going to be interesting to see if Peyton Shiflett and company can get around some of these big blockers for the Knights here this evening. As I mentioned, a battle of the top team in the conference versus the number 2 team. Greensboro has already clinched the 1 seed in the conference tournament, so if they do stumble here tonight, it is not going to affect seeding, not going to affect their standing in the conference. It is just worth mentioning that Southern Virginia is sitting at number 2. A loss for them would make them 13-4 in the conference, which would tie them with Salem as it stands right now, so that's something to keep an eye on as well. But as always here, if you've been watching this Pride team, they've got the advantage on paper. They've got the advantage confidence-wise. They're coming in playing at top-level volleyball right now, and I think that they have the edge in this one. It's going to be very fun to watch the battle between Coach Dan Bozarth's team and Coach Debbie Baker's team. A first-year coach for the Pride in Coach Dan Bozarth, a 7th-year coach in Coach Baker for the Knights. So not an experience difference, as Coach Bozarth has a vast amount of it coming from other places, but during his first year here with the Pride, he's been phenomenal. He's been able to get this team playing together in the right direction. They've been very good both offensively and defensively. And now here with just a couple minutes before we get things underway in the final home match for the Pride during the regular season this year, we've got an exciting one coming up. We're going to take one more quick break, like I say, about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes before the scheduled tip-off time. We'll let you know, or before the scheduled serve time, we'll let you know exactly when that is going to take place. We'll have some starting lineups, and again, tell you a little bit more about the matchup we've got in front of us here tonight. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And welcome back once again to a Wednesday edition of Greensboro Pride Volleyball here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. I'm Vance Ballard. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'll be taking you all the way through this one. Going to be an exciting matchup again. Greensboro sits atop the USA South Conference, Southern Virginia, the number 2 seeds as it stands so far in the USA South Conference standings. Going to have the starting lineups for both teams for you, starting for the Southern Virginia University Knights. The visiting starters: number 1, a freshman setter, Talia Quinn. Number 6, libero senior Gracie Fulton. Number 8, outside hitter freshman Emma Broadbent. Number 15, Bailey Savage, a sophomore. Number 16, Ryan Vale, a junior. Number 23, middleback sophomore Summer Hahn. And number 26, Aubrey Packer. Starting for your Greensboro College Pride, number 0 senior libero Morgan Mayfield. Number 3, senior Jalen Templeton. Number 4, junior Grace Young. Number 11, senior Carla Del Castillo. Number 12, sophomore Skylar Rokoff. Number 13, senior Grace Klingensmith. And number 18, Peyton Shiflett. Peyton Shiflett, one of the most important players for Coach Dan Bozarth's team. She got an award, or a little bit of an honor, some recognition here tonight before this game got underway. Surpassed the 1,000 career kill mark for her career here at Greensboro College. A fantastic honor for the senior Peyton Shiflett. 366 kills on the year so far for Peyton. Going to be looking forward to some more here tonight. The senior from Asheboro has had a fantastic career at Greensboro College. She's had an unbelievable senior year, and she's helped lead this team to what has become a 19-game winning streak as the Pride look to make it 20 here. We're about to get things underway. It's going to be Grace Klingensmith with the serve for the Pride. You can hear a lively crowd in here. Men's basketball team sitting courtside, showing some love to their fellow athletes here at Greensboro College. And that one is up high and set by Aubrey, killed by Aubrey Packer, but a nice defensive play there by the Pride. Another chance for Packer on the outside. She can't get that one over the net, just a little bit high on the set from Talia Quinn. That's going to give the Pride the first point of the night here in game 1. Out in front goes Greensboro. Klingensmith continues on the serve. Clean serve from Klingensmith. Quinn tries to save this one over the net. This time she reaches a little too... No, I'm sorry. That's going to be a point for the Knights there. So a violation on the Pride, and that is going to result in a 1-1 game so far here, as the first server for the Knights will be number 6, Gracie Fulton. She gets it over the net. Templeton sets up Del Castillo. Great play there by Emma Broadbent to keep that one alive. Templeton to Peyton Schiffer on the outside, blocked there by the Knights, something I talked about pregame. They've been good at that this year. Shiflett gets that one over the net. Set up by Broadbent and hit out of bounds. No, inbounds calls the official. No, out of bounds. Yep, sorry. Can't see here. That ball is going to be Jalen Templeton out of bounds. 2-1 goes to Pride after a nice volley here early in this one. Jalen Templeton, the server now for Greensboro. She goes at Bailey Savage on the serve. On the outside was Broadbent, got it over the net nicely. Peyton Shiflett tries to go to the back line. A good play there. And that one is blocked into the ground by Carla Del Castillo. A fantastic play. She comes into the night with 96 kills on the year. Been a vital piece at the net so far for Coach Dan Bozarth this year. Jalen Templeton keeps the serve. The energy's still very high. I would imagine it's going to stay that way for most of the night as this Pride team continues to get towards that 20-win streak. Carla Del Castillo and Skylar Rokoff in the game for the first time. Block that one right back where it came from. 4-1 now. Up 3. Go the Pride. Templeton serves over the net. Quinn sets it up on the outside. This time, just getting it inside the air. Oh, no, tip there. Did land out of bounds, but Mayfield tipped it on the hit from Broadbent on the right side. A nice play for Southern Virginia, who settled things down a little bit, climbed back into it now 4-2. And it's going to be Lucy Richens, the freshman, coming on to serve for the Knights. Mayfield, Templeton, Shiflett on the outside, goes to the back line. Nice play there by Savage. Richens to Packer, who's able to get it up and down where it falls into the Pride zone for another point. 4-3 now. A very high energy first set here. Both these teams have come ready to play here tonight. As I mentioned, it's a battle of the top two teams in the USA South Conference. So the Pride knew they were going to get some competition here as Grace Young's able to get the serve to Jalen Templeton. Peyton Shiflett, first big one of the night. The howitzer missile comes out early. 5-3. Pride go up. There's a kill for Peyton Shiflett here early in this one. You could tell this building was waiting for that one. Almost blew the roof off as Shiflett now on the serve. Kept alive by Richens. Tried to go over the net with that one. That was Bailey Savage, number 15, who was unable to get it back over. 6-3 Pride lead now. Shiflett still with the serve. Outside, Richens sets up Packer. Nice play by Mayfield to keep it alive. Outside to Skylar Rokoff. She can't get it in, just on the other side of the line there. That's going to be a point for the Knights. Serve goes back to them. Coming on now is Ann Downs. She'll take the place of Bailey Savage. The sophomore comes in for the first time for Southern Virginia from Kaysville, Utah, all the way to Greensboro. And a nice serve there, an ace for Aubrey Packer, as it's now 6-5. Southern Virginia Knights trail by 1. Packer still with the serve. Good decision there by Morgan Mayfield to move out of the way, let that one go long. That falls out of bounds, and it's going to be Mayfield now serving for the Pride as they take a 2-point lead, 7-5. Mayfield, as I mentioned, comes into tonight one of the most important players on this Pride team. She's top 5 in the nation in digs per set. She's second all-time at Greensboro College in total digs. There she gets a clean serve. Nice block by the combination of Taylor Cody and Kelsey Brooks at the net. Jalen Templeton sets up Skylar Rokoff. Just tipped at the net there is the call by the head official. That ball did land out of bounds, but it was tipped at the net. Nice play. A point for the Pride. 8-5, Mayfield keeps the serve. Coach Debbie Baker of Southern Virginia a little bit confused as to who it was that tipped that one. A short serve from Morgan Mayfield drops right in there nicely. She threw a dart with that one, folks. Looked like she hit a little chip shot onto the green from about 40 yards away and dropped it right where it needed to be for the ace. 9-5 Pride lead. Mayfield keeps the serve. Another near ace there. Nice play by Fulton to keep that one alive. Downs on the outside, kept alive by the Pride. Rokoff blocked by Southern Virginia. Kelsey Brooks tries a light tap, but Richens is there to keep it alive. Fulton on the outside to Downs. Nice rally now. Templeton goes back to Kelsey Brooks on the outside. Richens tries to get it to Downs, who had to run a long ways, is able to just poke it over the net. Jalen Templeton, Taylor Cody off the hands of Richens. A fight for it as Jordan Jensen tried to make an effort play, but it goes out and falls to the floor. A 10-5 lead for your Greensboro College Pride here at our first time out of game number 1. The Pride playing well. The energy is very high. We're going to take a timeout with them here. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And 10-5 in game number 1. Your Pride out in front early. Coming out of a Southern Virginia timeout, Coach Debbie Baker had a bit of a talking to with her team. Going to try and get these Knights rallied, turn things around as they're hopefully able to take a serve back here soon, as Coach Baker would say, Morgan Mayfield and company looking to do everything they can to extend this 5-point lead, as they have been fantastic here so far in the early going. Richens on the outside to Downs. That one's off the hands of Rokoff, falls into the basketball team here on the first row at Haynes Gymnasium for a Knight point. 10-6 now. It'll be Summer Hahn with her first serve for Southern Virginia. Shiflett keeps that alive. Templeton sets up Taylor Cody. The kill just came off her hand. Funny, a great dig there by Morgan Mayfield after a big hit from Ryan Vale. Richens sets up Downs on the outside. Shiflett's there to keep it alive. Templeton back set to Rokoff. Tried to just lightly tap it. Taylor Cody there to keep it alive. This time Templeton goes to Kelsey Brooks on the left side. Back set from Richens to Jensen. Nice diving play by Templeton. Rokoff and Shiflett get it over the net. Richens sets up Downs on the outside. She can't get it over. That's going to be a point for the Pride. A fantastic volley between these two teams. This is going to be a lot of fun here for the rest of the night, folks. 11-6 now. Pride lead goes back to 5. And on the court comes Lily Burson for her first action. Going to be the server now for Greensboro. Burson serves to Downs, who's set back up on the outside. She can't get that one over the net. Another chance for Ann Downs. Another opportunity missed. She can't quite get it over, which is in favor of the Pride right now. Burson keeps the serve. The lead goes to 6. 12-6 here in game 1. Oh, they tried to get out of the way of it, but a perfectly placed serve goes off the back of the head of Abby Packer as she tried to get out of that one, but it looked like a little dodgeball game from Lily Burson there. Earns the Pride another point and a lead that matches the number on her jersey. 7-point lead, 13-6. Richens back set to Jensen. Tried to get blocked there. Cody and Kelsey Brooks were at the net. They were unable to put it back on the Southern Virginia side. That's going to make it a 6-point game now and get the serve back in favor of Southern Virginia. Talia Quinn going to be the server, the freshman serving for her first time tonight. Burson with a beautiful diving play to keep it alive. Mayfield to Brooks, blocked there at the net by Ryan Vale and Emma Broadbent, the combination of the two. As I mentioned, the Southern Virginia team is very good at the net. They're coming in averaging over 2.5 blocks per set at the net. Really the only statistic in which they have the advantage over the Pride. Nice play there to avoid the miscommunication from Greensboro. Vale tried to get that one to go. Kelsey Brooks on the outside, bounces it off the hands of Southern Virginia this time, and she gets her first kill of the night. 14-8 from the senior from Southern Alamance checks out for the first time. In comes Grace Young to serve. Young started this match here tonight. She'll be doing her first service so far in this one. A clean one over the net. Response from Southern Virginia. Templeton to Mayfield. Shiflett back on the outside. Blocked again by Broadbent and Ryan Vale. They're excited about that one. Peyton Shiflett. Not too often does that happen. I'm sure she'll reload that right arm back up and get ready to go here in a 14-9 first game Pride lead. Bailey Savage, the server for Southern Virginia. Young, Burson, Shiflett got to get it over. There it goes. Savage to Quinn on the outside, sets up Broadbent on the right, goes all the way across court, and the Pride are unable to return that one. 14-10 now, 4-point lead here in game number 1. The first race to 25. Savage still with the serve. That one was a little long, just floated it a little bit, had a lot of air on that serve, goes out of bounds. A point for the Pride, serve back to them. In comes Klingensmith Out goes Taylor Cody. Klingensmith back to serve. Quinn sets up Broadbent, taps it towards the back, but Burson is there. On the outside is Peyton Shiflett. Nice play by Fulton to keep it alive. Aubrey Packer with a big kill, but Peyton Shiflett doesn't just kill him. She digs him too, folks. Nice play there by number 18 in white. She's back on the outside. Over to Fulton. Quinn sets up Packer on the left. This time it's Grace Young. That goes off of her arm back out. Once again towards the Pride basketball team, out of bounds for another point, 15-11. This first game has had a lot of action, folks. I'd expect the rest of them to be exactly the same. It's going to be an exciting night here in Greensboro. Pride lead now just 4. Fulton on the serve. Again, a bit of a miscommunication in the middle there between Grace Young and Lily Burson results in another point for Southern Virginia. 15-12 now the lead. Fulton back to Burson. She's found a spot she likes. Burson can't quite get that one set the way she wanted. 15-13 after the Gracie Fulton ace. Shiflett answers the serve this time. Templeton sets her back up. Shiflett all the way across the court. Tried to go from the left to the right. Pride on my right, going towards my left. Peyton Shiflett, another chance. Nice play there by Savage to keep it alive. Broadbent goes over the net, and she hit the pole there. Good call by the ref. That's going to be a point for the Pride. Lead goes back to 3. Jalen Templeton takes over for her second time serving here tonight. Coach Bozroth chatting with his libero, Morgan Mayfield. In what's a 3-point game, Templeton clean serve. Quinn tried to set up Hahn there, blocked by Del Castillo at the net. Templeton back set to Skylar Rokoff, the sophomore with the kill off the hands of Bailey Savage out of bounds. That's going to be a Pride point. Fantastic play from Jalen Templeton, and Skylar Rokoff there gives the Pride a 17-13 lead here in game number 1. A high-octane, fast-paced game 1. Jalen Templeton with the serve. Savage answers Quinn outside to Packer. She pokes it over in the direction of Peyton Shiflett, who's there. Back set from Templeton to Rokoff now. Quinn up in the air to Hahn, who hits it right through the goalpost that is Skylar Rokoff's arms. And that's going to be 17-14. Now some changes for the Knights. Coming on to serve is Lucy Richens. Also on the floor again is Jordan Jensen. Richens her second time serving here tonight. That will be all she gets is 1 as that one goes long. Nice move there by Grace Young to get out of the way. And Kelsey Brooks comes back in for her. Peyton Shiflett back on the serve line. 18-14 Pride lead here in game 1. This first race to 25. Nice diving play by Bailey Savage to keep that alive. Aubrey Packer denied by Del Castillo and Skylar Rokoff. Carla Del Castillo making her presence felt at the net here tonight. That's 2 big blocks so far in game 1, 19-14 Pride lead. Packer Richens back sets to Hahn, who gets it just past the outstretched arms of Morgan Mayfield. Didn't see that one coming. Thought she might try to go to the other side with it. 19-15 Pride lead now. And it's going to be Packer doing the serving for Southern Virginia. Shiflett, Templeton back set, Skylar Rokoff. Fulton is there to keep it alive. Richens on the outside to Downs. Del Castillo and Rokoff there to deny again. Templeton, Mayfield sets up Peyton Shiflett right down the middle. That one goes off the top of the net. Nicely done by Richens to keep it alive. Jensen back to Fulton. She can't get it over the net. That's going to be a Pride point. Just 5 away now from a game 1 victory, and we're going to have another timeout here, folks. 20-15 in what's been a fast-paced, high-octane first game here from Haynes Gymnasium. We'll take a break with them. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And 20-15 here in game number 1. Your Pride lead by 5. Just 5 points left to close it out as well in what's been a very exciting game 1. A back and forth game 1. This Knights team coming in here, as I've mentioned a couple times on the broadcast, sitting in the 2nd spot in the USA South Conference. They'd love nothing more than to end this 19-game winning streak, give the Pride their first loss in conference play here tonight. Morgan Mayfield now on the serve for the Pride. Downs, little miss hit, nice play there by Richens. Peyton Schiffler dives to keep it alive. Templeton Cody over the net now. Hahn sets up Jensen on the outside. Templeton sets up Taylor Cody for a missile down the middle. That's going to be a big kill from number 10 in White as she gets the point for the Pride. 21-15. Now the senior number 10 came in with 172 kills on the night. She'll add to that list right there with a big one. Mayfield serve is good outside. Downs from a little bit behind the net there. Templeton back set to Rokoff again. And that one's tipped. Going to be a point for the Pride. 22-15, just 3 points away from a game 1 victory here. Mayfield still on the serve. Pride are trailing 8-6 in kills here in game 1. Not in the part that matters though. 23-15 now as Kelsey Brooks gets a denial there and makes it just a 2-point chase to victory here. 23-15, 8-point lead. A lot of room for the Pride here in this one, but they want to finish it off as quickly as possible. That goes out and is going to be another point there, and Downs could not quite keep that one in bounds. Match game point now for Morgan Mayfield and the Pride as she keeps the serve. She's had it for quite some time here in her 2nd time on the serve line. High up in the air off the arms of Fulton. Set up Richens to Downs. Nice block by Rokoff and Taylor Cody. Over the outstretched arms of Rokoff. Set up Kelsey Brooks by Templeton on the outside. She goes across court with it. Returned nicely by the Knights. Richens sets up Downs. Blocked again at the net by the wall of Rokoff and Cody. And that is going to do it for game 1. A 10-point victory. The Pride cruise 1-0 here. In a race to 3 games, the Pride win the first one by 10. We're going to switch sides, take a quick break. We'll be right back with game number 2 here as the Pride look to extend a 19-game winning streak and keep their 16-0 conference record perfect. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories. College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories.
And welcome back inside of Haynes Gymnasium here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. I'm Vance Ballard bringing you all the action here tonight on this Wednesday night edition of Greensboro College Volleyball. The Pride lead 1-0 after a 25-15 victory over Southern Virginia in the first game, led by Taylor Cody and Skylar Rokoff with 2 kills apiece. Kelsey Brooks, Peyton Shiflett added 1 of their own. Jalen Templeton doing what she does best, 7 assists, well on her way to double digits. She's had double-digit assists in every game except for 1, maybe 2 if my math is wrong, but I think it's been every game except for 1 so far this year. Southern Virginia will be first on the serve. It'll be Bailey Savage getting things started. Templeton to Peyton Shiflett on the left side. A nice dig there by Savage to keep it alive. That one goes strong off the arm of Aubrey Packer. Nice decision by Morgan Mayfield to get out of the way. It's going to be a 1-0 Pride lead. They'll take the serve. Grace Klingensmith will come on to do the serving. Klingensmith, Brunson, Young, Shiflett, Del Castillo, and Templeton on the court for your Pride here in game number 2 of a possible 5. Pride looking to take a 2-0 lead. That one is out of bounds, a little bit too far there by the Southern Virginia team, and that's going to keep Grace Klingensmith serving here. As you hear a very lively crowd rooting for their Greensboro College Pride here inside of Haynes Gymnasium tonight. Klingensmith served just over the net. Quinn sets up Broadbent there. Quinn this time gets it over the net. Templeton sets up Carla Del Castillo. She can block it. She can kill it as well, folks. A point for the Pride, 3-0 early. Jalen Templeton doing what she does best once again. Carla Del Castillo goes up high and down hard with that one, earning herself a point here in game 2. Smith Fulton now tries to get it back. Packers got to get it over the net. Lily Burson with a nice diving play there. Peyton Shiflett keeps it alive. Burson back over the net. Savage, Quinn sets up a big shot from Ryan Vale. A kill there for Southern Virginia. Gets them on the board here in game 2. 3-1 Pride lead now. It'll be Fulton doing the serving. Once again, second set underway here. Jalen Templeton sets up Carla Del Castillo again. This time blocked off the fingertips, but in the wrong direction for Southern Virginia. That's going to be the 4th point of the set here for the Pride. 4-1 lead. Jalen Templeton, her first serve of set number 2. Quinn sets up Packer on the outside. Mayfield there with the response. We've got a whistle, and under the net goes Southern Virginia. That's going to be a Pride point. 5-1 the lead now. Greensboro pulls a little bit further away here. Templeton, Savage, Quinn to Packer now. Grace Young is there. Jalen Templeton sets up Carla Del Castillo. That one got over the hands of Hahn, and they just couldn't make anything happen with it from there. 7-1 now. Pride starting to gain some momentum here as Jalen Templeton keeps the serve and extends the lead. 6-1, I'm sorry. Broadbent gets it over the net. Templeton's going to set up Peyton Shiflett on the left side. A missile, ladies and gentlemen. And that makes it 7-1. Pride now lead by 6. The basketball team is loving it. The crowd behind them is loving it, folks. I am loving it. 7-1 now. Jalen Templeton keeps the serve. Quinn sets up Packer on the outside. That one's off the hands of Del Castillo. Peyton Shiflett was moving to the left, ball went to her right, couldn't quite get back there. Knights take a point. They take the serve. Coming on to do it will be Ruby Blaymeyers for her first service of either set. Did not appear in the first set here tonight. She will do the serving now as her Knights trail 7-2. Shiflett, Mayfield sets Shiflett back up on the left side. Hit way up in the air by Bailey Savage. Aubrey Packer gets it over the net. Templeton short sets Carla Del Castillo, who's blocked by Summer Hahn that time. 7-3 now. Blaymeyers keeps the serve. 4-point lead now. Crowd again absolutely raucous over there. Got to love it. Love the support from the Pride students, other Pride athletes here for this volleyball team as they have a school record winning streak underway currently, trying to extend it to 20 here tonight as the Knights get a point and make it 7-4 now. We'll get ready for another Blaymeyers serve. Grace Young thought about that, thought that one was going to go out, got out of the way of it, but it fell right in there, perfectly placed by Ruby Blaymeyers. She's had some nice serves here in her first action in set number 2. Drawn closer now, have the Knights just a 2-point lead for the Pride here. Young gets that one. Templeton back set to Peyton Shiflett. She's moved to the right side, and instead of the missile, she goes with a touch play, pops it over the head of everybody. That one falls to the court. 8-5 now. Pride take back the serve. It'll be Peyton Shiflett doing the serve. No aces for the Pride here yet in set number 2. Just one for Southern Virginia so far in this one. 4 total for the Knights, 2 in the first set for the Pride. Blaymeyers sets up Packer on the left. Mayfield sets up Rokoff on the outside, splits the uprights that are Packer and Hahn, and down goes the ball. 9-5 now. Pride lead by 4, and the bench is excited over here as we've got Grace Young getting bench pressed by Grace Klingen-Smith. Little Grace on Grace celebration, and another point for the Pride as that one goes out of bounds. And things continue to get excited. 10-5 now. Pride extending their lead a little bit further here as Peyton Shiflett is doing quality things from the serve line. Blaymeyers, Hahn tries to find an empty spot. She does so. Peyton Shiflett moved a little far away from her spot there. Couldn't quite get back. 10-6 now as Aubrey Packer goes back to serve for Southern Virginia. And she's standing right in front of this raucous crowd for Greensboro as Jalen Templeton sets up Kelsey Brooks on the outside. That one's blocked. This time Skylar Rokoff goes at it. Nice dig there by Blaymeyers. Jensen gets it over the net. Carla Del Castillo set up by Templeton. Can't get the kill that time. Peyton Shiflett, a fantastic diving play. Back set from Mayfield to Kelsey Brooks. She tries a touch, doesn't get it. Back set by Southern Virginia. Jordan Jensen with the kill there for the Knights. A nice play by Ruby Blaymeyers, who's come in and had a big effect here on this second set since she's come off the bench for Coach Baker in Southern Virginia. It'll be Aubrey Packer doing the serve now as the Knights trail by 3. 10-7 here in set number 2. Back set to Skylar Rokoff. She splits the uprights yet again, and that one's good. 11-7 as Rokoff gets a second kill here in set number 2. She's been fantastic all night long. 4 total kills so far on the night, 2 in set 1, 2 here in set number 2 to go along with it. Morgan Mayfield on the serve. Blaymeyers tried to save it there, but she got a little too close, ran into the net, had a foot under the net across the half-court line on the basketball court, but across the line there. 12-7, Mayfield will serve once again here in set number 2. Pride lead by 5. Clay Myers Jensen tries to get it back over the net, had to try to make a play there, unable to do so, hits it out. And we're going to get Coach Baker's first time out of the second set. You can hear the energy in this building, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows what's at stake. Everybody wants that 20th win here in the win streak. They want to keep this conference record unblemished and make it 17-0 here in conference play in USA South play. Continue that victory streak headed into the conference tournament. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Pride lead 13-7 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. (13-7) Pride lead in set number 2 coming out of a Southern Virginia timeout. It's still Morgan Mayfield with the ball in her hands doing the serving for the Pride. She's had a wonderful night on the service line for this Greensboro College team. A wonderful year for this Greensboro College team. Can't rave enough about the squad Coach Bozarth has put together here this season. Back set from Blay Myers to Summer Hahn. Instead of a kill, she goes with a soft touch right over the outstretched arms of the defense. Falls aimlessly to the ground. 13-8 now. Southern Virginia with the serve. It'll be Summer Hahn. Jalen Templeton doing a little floor cleanup as well. She can assist with the volleyball. She can assist the official with getting some of the wet spots up. She can do it all, ladies and gentlemen. A multi-talented athlete here at Greensboro College. Once again, Summer Hahn serving for Southern Virginia. Kelsey Brooks keeps it alive. Mayfield sets Brooks up on the left side. She tries for a kill there. We're going to get a whistle. And it's going to be a Greensboro point there after that one. A nice play by Kelsey Brooks and Morgan Mayfield. The combination equals 14-8 now as Lily Burson comes back in to serve. Back set from Blay Myers to Jensen. That one goes right down the pipe, lands in the middle of the Pride defense. 14-9 now after the kill from freshman Jordan Jensen. Jensen had 38 points on the year coming into tonight's matchup. So she has been a piece of this Southern Virginia offense for sure all year long. Templeton sets up Taylor Cody. Faked the kill, tried to go for the touch. This time it is Ryan Vale who places one down on the Pride side. Lead just 4 now, 14-10. A bit of a rally here from Southern Virginia. Coach Bozarth and company trying to stifle that rally, get the serve back and take back the momentum they had before Coach Baker's timeout. Shiflett keeps it alive. Jalen Templeton, she can score as well. A fantastic play there as Southern Virginia was lulled to sleep by her setting everyone else up. She was able to just tap that one over the net into a no man's land. 15-10 now, Pride lead. Take the serve back. It'll be Grace Young. And that's going to be an ace for the Pride. An ace for Grace, as she's able to find a member of the Knights who cannot return it. I believe that was Emma Broadbent who couldn't get it back over the net. 16-10. Greensboro leads. Back over the net there off the arms of Ann Downs. And it just finds an empty spot in the Pride defense. 16-11 now. Southern Virginia takes the serve. And Tiari Puriri comes on to do the serving, number 24 in red. Templeton sets up Taylor Cody. Pride looking for a tip. Coach Bozarth thought it was tipped. Everyone on the Greensboro side thinks so. It is not the case. Southern Virginia keeps the serve, gets the point. 16-12. Pride still lead. And a little bit too much on that one there as that serve falls out of bounds and goes back to Greensboro. 17-12. Lead back to 5. Grace Klingensmith comes back onto the floor. She'll be serving. Klingensmith, Burson, Young, Shiflett, Templeton, and Del Castillo on for the Pride right now. Unable to get it over the net there. Lost opportunity for Greensboro. 17-13 now here in the second set as Gracie Fulton comes on to serve the libero for the Knights. Shiflett, Templeton sets up Del Castillo. That's been successful all night long, yet again right in the middle, right down the middle. Carla Del Castillo, another kill. Jalen Templeton, another assist. Stop me if you've heard that one before. 18-13, Pride lead by 5. Templeton the server. Near ace, nice diving play by Fulton there. Results in a big kill from Aubrey Packer as she got way up. That ball went way down. Mayfield unable to make a dig on that one. A rare not a missed opportunity, but a rare ball that Morgan Mayfield can't dig. She usually is able to make a play on just about anything that comes in her direction. A nice kill there from Packer. Blaymeyer's back on the serve. She gets just one opportunity as that one floats too long. And Peyton Shiflett picks it up for Greensboro in a 19-14 game. Kelsey Brooks comes back on for Grace Young. Blaymeyer's on the outside to Packer, blocked by Del Castillo and Rokov. Back set, tried to be Hahn, Del Castillo and Brooks this time. And somehow that's going to be a Southern Virginia point. Not exactly sure what the call was there. Coach Bozarth not happy about it. Peyton Shiflett not happy about it. She's over discussing it with the official in the chair, but I missed the signal there, so I'm not exactly sure what the call was. I know right now, as it sits, it's a Southern Virginia point, 19-15, just a 4-point lead here in set number 2. Shiflett comes over and explains to Coach Bozarth what the official told her. He gives a look of disbelief, and away we go. Packer serves, Brooks keeps it alive. Back set to Rokov from Templeton. That one goes down. Packer could not get it back over the net. 20-15, Pride lead by 5, need just 5. Back on the floor comes Taylor Cody, as well as Morgan Mayfield. For Greensboro, Mayfield back on the serve. Fulton, another fantastic play to keep it alive. She's done that several times. Beat down by Cody and Rokov there. Kelsey Brooks now tries to block it. Jensen missed altogether. And that's going to be a Pride point, 21-15 now. We've got one more timeout, a 6-point game. Pride need just 4 to take set number 2 and move ahead 2-0 here in what could be a best of 5. We'll take a break with them. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. And 21-15 here at Haynes Gymnasium. In set number 2, Pride lead 1-0, trying to move ahead 2-0, just 4 points away from a victory. Morgan Mayfield on the serve coming out of the break. Fulton, Blaymeyers on the outside to Downs. Peyton Shiflett, a fantastic diving effort, just a bit strong. Can't quite keep it alive. 21-16, a useful timeout for Coach Baker as she stops, as her Knights are able to stop a run and get a point. Members of the Pride football team have joined the cheering section now. It's something is one of my favorite parts about coming to these Pride games, getting to do them here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. As Taylor Cody puts one into the floor. Coach Fernandez, Coach McDuffie, you got to fix that spot before basketball season next week. A big boom from Taylor Cody gives the Pride a 22-16 lead. Back to my point, though, I was saying one of my favorite parts about coming up here to Greensboro College is how much inter-athlete support there is throughout these Greensboro College sports. The softball teams here, the basketball teams here, the football teams here, and you can hear that energy, you can hear that noise in the background, and the volleyball team is showing that effort as we get a big block there from Cody and Templeton on Ann Downs. Templeton outside set to Kelsey Brooks. Mayfield able to keep it alive. Back set from Blaymeyers to Jensen. Nice play by Burson. Peyton Shiflett from the back line. Saved by Blaymeyers. Set up on the outside. Jensen again. Fulton with a nice set. Makes it 22-17. Pride lead by just 5 now. Just need 3 to take a victory, but the Knights trying to rally. They get a little bit of momentum with that point there. And Talia Quinn comes back in to do the serving. Mayfield. Templeton sets up Brooks on the outside. A nice touch, but a nice diving play there by Aubrey Packer. Unable to get it over his Ann Downs. She had a wall in front of her that was Taylor Cody and Jalen Templeton, but she put it in the net herself. 23-17, just 2 points away from a second set victory now are the Pride. Grace Young will be the server for Greensboro. Kelsey Brooks will take a break. Downs, Packer back to Downs, got to get over the net. They do so. Morgan Mayfield leads it to Templeton, sets up Taylor Cody over the middle. A spot that's been successful all night long, unable to make it work. That one blocked out of bounds by Taylor Cody off the hand of Emma Broadbent. Nice play for the Knights there, 23-18. 5-point lead still for your Pride. Just 2 points away from a second set victory here and moving ahead to 2-0 in the match. Templeton. Nice play there. Does not serve it. Gets it over the net on her own. Able to keep it alive are the Knights. Peyton Shiflett, a diving play. Lily Burson returns that one a little bit too strong. That's going to go out of bounds. 23-19 now. Lead is just 4. Southern Virginia keeps the serve. Tiari Pavidi on the line with the serve. She gets it over the net. Morgan Mayfield, Jalen Templeton outside. Peyton Shiflett off the hands of the blockers for the Knights, but it's unable to land in bounds. That was Broadbent and Vale at the net, but Peyton Shiflett gets the win there, 24-19. Set point. That's the right word. Yep, not match. Sorry. Set point here for Grace Klingensmith and the Pride. Quinn sets up on the outside. Ryan Vale with a kill there. Keeps this set alive for the Knights. 24-20 now. Fulton will be the server for Southern Virginia. Grace Young. Jalen Templeton sets up Carla Del Castillo, and stop me if you've heard it here first. Kill for Del Castillo. Victory for the Pride. Set 2 goes the way of Greensboro. 25-20 as we switch sides. The Pride go up 2-0. What could be the deciding set number 3 is about to get underway. We're going to take a quick break here, about 3, maybe 4 minutes while these teams switch sides and get ready to go here for set number 3. Winds get Pride lead 2-0 after a 25-20 victory in set number 2. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network.
College athlete has a story to tell, and at Greensboro College, we believe no one is better equipped to tell those stories than the athletes themselves. On the Getting to Know podcast, you'll hear the who, what, when, where, why, and how of each college athlete's journey to Greensboro and how they became a member of the Pride. We talk on and off the field, influences, hobbies, goals, and what it means to be a member of the Pride. It's all on the Getting to Know podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
You know, I just really felt like I was a person, you know, and they really cared about you, not only as like an athlete, but, you know, as an individual as well. And so that was one of the things that like led me here, honestly.
The Getting to Know podcast from Greensboro College Athletics. We are one Pride, and these are our stories.
Set number 3 about to get underway. Pride lead 2-0 after a 25-20 victory in set number 2. What looked like was going to be a bit of a resounding victory for the Pride there. The Knights kind of rallied back, stormed back to get it to just 5, but the Pride were able to score that 25th and final point, taking us to set number 3. Greensboro looking to continue a 19-game winning streak, extended out to 20. As I mentioned in pregame, not only is the winning streak at 20, but since September the 13th, the last time the Pride lost a match, since September the 13th, they have lost 5 sets. Just 5 total sets in over 2 months, almost 2 months of play. Sorry, math is mathing tonight. But that's incredibly impressive to me, and they look here with a chance to not drop a set in this one either. Up 2-0 with the serve, getting ready to get set 3 underway. Skylar Rokoff leading the Pride tonight with 6 kills. Peyton Shiflett had 3 there in set number 2. Carla Del Castillo got 5 on the night. She had 3 as well and finished the game off for the Pride. Broadbent tries to get things started with a kill for the Knights, but cannot get it over the net. Grace Klingensmith will keep the serve for the Pride, who lead 1-0 here as set number 3 is officially underway. Back set from Broadbent on the outside to Packer, can't get it done. Shiflett tries to go from the left side. Fulton sets up Broadbent this time. Grace Young is there. Templeton sets up Shiflett again on the outside, and folks, if you're not here, that one came off like a rocket. You got to see it to believe it, how hard Peyton Shiflett hits that ball. There's nothing anyone can do. 2-0 Pride lead. Shiflett gets a kill. Klingensmith, Fulton, Quinn sets up Broadbent in the middle. Grace Young dives after it, but it was tipped by the Pride at the net. So that one, despite falling out of bounds, will be a point for the Knights. It's going to be Summer Hahn doing the serving first for Southern Virginia here in set number 3. Dead even in kills so far through this one, 22-22. The Pride leading resoundingly in hit percentage, 23% to 4% for Southern Virginia, so the Pride have the advantage there, and it is shown so far through 2 sets. Mayfield keeps that one alive. Templeton back to Shiflett on the outside. Blocked that time by Broadbent and Vale at the net there. Two of the taller members of this Southern Virginia team, they've been pretty good all year long at the net, as I've mentioned, averaging over 2.8 blocks per set are the Knights. So that's something that was expected here this evening. Shiflett not gonna care 2 times in a row, not gonna miss as she gets another kill. 3-2, Pride take the lead and the serve. It'll be Jalen Templeton. Peyton Shiflett not phased by having her first attempt blocked. Went right back at Broadbent and Vale and was able to be successful that time. Another point for the Pride as a bit of a miscommunication happens at the net between Southern Virginia's Broadbent and Vale there again. Unsuccessfully able to get the ball back over the net. 4-2, Pride lead by 2 now. Templeton keeps it. Savage Quinn sets up Packer on the outside. Peyton Shiflett there with a nice dig. Templeton's going to set her up. She's going to just barely touch it this time. Could not keep it in bounds. Nice strategy, nice play there by Peyton Shiflett. Caught Southern Virginia off guard. Just couldn't get it to fall where it needed to. 4-3 now. Substitution for the Knights. It's going to be Ruby Blaemeyers coming back on to do the serving, as well as Jordan Jensen to the front line. Mayfield, Templeton, Del Castillo, Fulton there with a nice play. Packard fakes the kill, went for the touch. Del Castillo was not fooled. She has been fantastic all night long. We've talked about Carla Del Castillo on offense. We've talked about her on defense. She has been a vital part of the success for this Pride team here as Peyton Shiflett serves it over the net. Blaemeyers, Knights get it over. Peyton Shiflett from the back, blocked that time by Ryan Vale yet again at the net. The tallest member that I've seen so far of the Southern Virginia Knights, Ryan Vale, and she has shown her importance to this team with several blocks here on the night. Templeton sets up Rokov. That one's sent back as well, but kept alive by the Pride. Kelsey Brooks gets it over the net. Blaemeyers on the outside to Downs. Brooks is there. Mayfield back outside to Brooks. Still alive here. Templeton back set to Rokov. Hammered down after a block by Ann Downs. And the aforementioned Ryan Vale. She's starting to get more comfortable up there on defense at the net, as she's made her presence felt several times here in this third set. 5-5, tied up now in what could be the deciding set for the Pride. Morgan Mayfield, a nice play there. Could not return it, was Ruby Blaemeyers on the effort. She tipped it, couldn't get anything done with it. Mayfield will take the point, and now the serve for the Pride. Blaemeyers, not sure who was supposed to take the set there, but it's over the net now and almost blocked, but Kelsey Brooks just strong enough to keep that one on the other side of the net. Falls to the ground. 7-5 now, Pride lead. Talked about Morgan Mayfield and her ability to dig for this Pride team coming into this one. She's got 12 so far through the first 2 sets and 7 points for the Pride. Templeton sets up Taylor Cody right over the middle, up high, down hard, an absolute laser beam off the right arm of number 10 in white, the senior Taylor Cody. She's also been very good here this evening. She gets a kill, and the Pride get a point. Blocked that time by Cody and Brooks was Jordan Jensen. Downs on the outside, blocked again by Cody and Rokov. They've been a good combination at the net tonight. Taylor Cody, Skylar Rokov, Kelsey Brooks, Peyton Shiflett, Jalen Templeton. Morgan Mayfield, it doesn't matter who is on the court for this Pride team. You're going to get a successful result. You're going to get top-notch effort, and you're going to get quality play from every member of the Pride that steps between these lines here tonight. 9-5, Mayfield with the serve. Blay Myers sets up Brooklyn Madland on the right side, on the left side for the first time tonight. That one is popped back over the net. A soft touch there from Peyton Shiflett, falls to the ground for another Pride point, 10-5. And that's going to result in our first time out of set number 3, taken by Southern Virginia. Coach Baker going to talk things over here in what is now a 5-0 run for the Pride. We'll take a break with him. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Ten to 5 in what could be an all-important third set for these Southern Virginia Knights. They trail your Greensboro College Pride by 5 here. Coming out of a Southern Virginia timeout, Coach Baker relatively animated during that one, trying to get her girls fired up, hoping they can stop this rally. It's been a 5-0 scoring run for the Pride. Morgan Mayfield still with the serve. She has been quality all night long from that spot for Coach Bozarth. On the outside goes Madland. She's able to finally stop the rally. Another productive timeout. Coach Baker has been able to draw some things up coming out of the timeout for her team several times here this evening. It just has not amounted to enough later on in the set. 10-6 now as Gracie Fulton takes the serve. Once again, Jalen Templeton doing the hard stuff, getting up some wet spots on the floor of this Pride team. Ever so helpful as Fulton's serve is on the way. Shiflett Brooks back to Shiflett. She's going to hit it from deep in the back line, gets it over the net. Back set from Blay Myers to Jensen, almost blocked by Cody there, but goes out of bounds off the hands of Taylor Cody. 10-7 now. Pride lead here in set number 3. Pride lead 2-0. This could be the decider as Taylor Cody tries again for the kill, but this one is blocked by Summer Hahn at the net. A little bit of excitement, a little bit of momentum for this Southern Knights team right now. That's going to be important to squash the rally on this side now for the Pride. 3 straight points for Southern Virginia. Templeton back set, Skylar Rokoff. Off the hands of Madland and Hahn. Blay Myers to Jensen. Morgan Mayfield there doing what she does best with a nice dig. Kelsey Brooks tries to get it over the net. She does so, and it's kept alive by Packer. Templeton back set. Rokoff blown by Gracie Fulton. A bomb from Skylar Rokoff ends the rally at 3 for Southern Virginia. Gives the Pride a point and a 3-point lead here in set number 3, 11-8. Lily Burson comes back on for Rokoff. She'll do the serving. Burson's serve mishandled by Madland, but able to keep it alive. Our Southern Virginia. Brooks on the outside with a big one, but Aubrey Parker is there. Back set now to Jensen. Templeton up in the air. Mayfield goes to the outside to Kelsey Brooks. She goes all the way across the court. Gracie Fulton is there. Not the best set there from Blay Myers. That one was a little bit too far for Brooklyn Madland. And it just fell on the ground there as Brooklyn Madland was unable to make a play on that. 12-8 now. Pride lead by 4. Burson still with the serve. Nice play to keep it alive there by Blaymeyers and Fulton. Set up for Taylor Cody, down hard. She does it again, folks. Taylor Cody has been on fire in the middle at the net tonight. Anytime Jalen Templeton has set her up, it's been pretty successful more often than not, and it results in another Pride point there, 13-8. They lead by 5. Summer Hahn tries to get a kill, but Peyton Shiflett is there to save it. Kelsey Brooks with a punch. Blaymeyers back set to Jensen. She tries to go across the court and trick everybody, but it's out of bounds. Too strong. Nice idea from Jensen there. Could not execute. 14-8. Pride lead by 6. Going to take another timeout. Is Coach Baker in Southern Virginia. We'll take another one with him. We'll be right back here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. (14-8), Greensboro Pride lead here over Southern Virginia as they look to put this one away in 3 sets as they try to go another match here without dropping a set. Lily Burson on the serve. She gets that one over the net. Jensen tries to kill it, but a nice block there by Kelsey Brooks. Taylor Cody with some help. Burson stopped it. Mayfield dove after it. A wrong place, right time, wrong place, wrong time there for Morgan Mayfield. Nice effort by Lily Burson, but that results in a Southern Virginia point, 14-9 now. And Talia Quinn back on the service line. Another opportunity squandered for the Knights. 15-9 as Quinn's serve goes directly into the net. So it's going to be Grace Young who will take her shot at it for Greensboro now. She comes in place of Kelsey Brooks. (15-9), Pride still lead. Quinn sets up, Broadbent over the middle. Heads up, Coach Bozarth. That one goes off the arms of Morgan Mayfield, but some cat-like reflexes from the first-year Pride coach is able to get out of the way. 15-10 now, Pride lead by 5. Brooklyn Madland going to serve here for Southern Virginia for the first time in set 3. Grace Young is there to answer. Templeton sets up Taylor Cody. They punch towards the back. Madland with a diving effort. Could not keep it in play. Another point for Taylor Cody. Another point for the Pride. 16-10. Grace Klingensmith comes back in to serve. Klingensmith's serve goes towards Gracie Fulton. Now Quinn sets up Broadbent, blocked by Carla Del Castillo. Templeton thought about setting her up. And that's going to be a Pride point according to the official in the chair. Aubrey Packer celebrated like she had won it, but Jalen Templeton is able to keep it on the Knights' side of the net where it falls to the ground. 17-10, Pride now lead by 7. Here in set number 3. Coach Baker not exactly happy with the call, but it is the call, and we're back underway. Quinn sets up Packer on the outside. She goes for a kill off the arms. No, thought it was off the arms. It was not. Ball just flew out of bounds. It's going to fall for another Pride point. 18-10 now. Pride lead by 8 here in set number 3. Starting to pull away. Things are starting to get a little more comfortable for this Pride squad. Fulton couldn't get out of the way of that one. Madeline chases after it. Packer dives 2, falls to the ground. Going to be an ace for the other Grace. Both Graces both get aces. Grace Klingensmith gets her first ace of the night, 19-10 now. Pride lead. Off the top of the net, back-to-back aces for Grace Klingensmith. A bit of a lucky break there, but now a 10-point lead. The Pride starting to smell that 20th consecutive victory. Things are starting to get late here for Southern Virginia, and you can hear this crowd starting to amp up. They can feel it coming down to the end as well. Quinn sets up Broadbent. They're not done yet, folks, and Broadbent with a big kill. Makes it 20-11, 9-point lead now for the Pride. Summer Hahn on the serve. She gets some luck her way. A replica of the serve from Grace Klingensmith bounces off the top of the net, falls straight down on the Pride side this time. 20-12 now. As we're getting some more wet spots up off the floor here. Hahn looking to get things back underway. Once again, Pride lead now by 8, just 5 points away from sealing a victory here in the match. Lily Burson tries to answer the serve from Hahn. It goes off her arms, out of bounds. That's going to be another point for Southern Virginia. Another ace for Summer Hahn. On Grace Young, Peyton Shiflett saves it. Mayfield gets it over the net. Madland sets up Broadbent. She's over. Templeton, Shiflett on the outside. Shiflett answers back after it was dug by Summer Hahn. Aubrey Packer now with the kill. Grace Young dives, it stays, it's bouncing around the basketball goal. Just unable to make it happen. Nice effort there from everyone on the Pride. Morgan Mayfield, Jalen Templeton, Grace Young trying to watch how it was going to bounce off that basketball goal over there on their right side. Just couldn't make a play on it. 20-14, Pride still lead by 6. Hard serve goes off the arms of Grace Young, right back over the net. Del Castillo and Shiflett tried to block it. Good play by Broadbent as she just touched it right over the top. And now Coach Bozarth will call a timeout, looking to slow a rally from Southern Virginia. 20-15, just a 5-point set here in set number 3. Pride looking to close this out. Southern Virginia trying to keep this one alive here. We'll be right back on the Greensboro College Sports Network. (20-15), Pride lead coming out of a timeout by Coach Dan Bozarth. Summer Hahn still on the serve for the Golden Knights, and a good timeout this time for the Pride as Hahn is unable to get the serve to fall inbounds cleanly, and that's going to be a point for Greensboro. 21-15, just 4 points away now. Jalen Templeton on the serve. Coming in for the first time here tonight for the Pride is senior Cantley McCown, as she'll step up to the front. Peyton Shiflett puts it down for point number 22 here. Greensboro now just 3 away from their 20th consecutive victory. Templeton with the serve. Quinn sets up Vale. Nicely done there by Templeton. Back set to Peyton Shiflett. And into the net goes Southern Virginia, so that's going to be a point for the Pride. Now just 2 away from a victory, 23-15, here in set number 3. Quinn. Packer could not hit it cleanly, just rolled off her palm, up her arm instead of where she wanted it to go. 24-15, match point now. Jalen Templeton with the serve, and you can hear it in here, folks. They're ready to come unglued for win number 20 in a row. Quinn back set to Broadbent. Mayfield keeps it alive. Templeton to Shiflett. Nicely done by Vale, and Packer kept alive off what looked to be the head of Carla Del Castillo. They'll call 2 hits on her. I don't think it actually, oh, well, she just said it did hit her in the head. She signaled it to us from here. 24-16, 8-point lead, a little bit of room, a lot of insurance on the board for this Pride team, as Ruby Blaymeyers will take the serve for Southern Virginia. Coach Bozarth unhappy with the call. He's explaining that it hit Carla Del Castillo in the head and is trying to figure something out. But I don't know if his argument is going to pay off anything or not. We'll see what the outcome is, as Peyton Shiflett now over talking to the official on the ladder. So a lot of discussion going on about the previous play. Again, it could be the deciding point here in this game. And to no avail goes Coach Bozarth's argument. 24-16. Once again, Ruby Blaymeyers on the serve. Still match point for the Pride. Off the top of the net, kept alive by Del Castillo. McCown over the net. That's going to fall to the ground for point number 25. A victory. 20 in a row. The Pride rush the floor. The fans go crazy. And the top is going to come off of Haynes Gymnasium. After another conference win, the Pride get a victory over the second-ranked team in the USA South. Move to 17-0 on the year in conference play. Wrap up the regular season with a victory here in Haynes Gymnasium. There's one more game coming up on the Greensboro College schedule. A trip down to North Carolina Wesleyan on Friday night, but this was the final home game here of the regular season, and the Pride made very good use of it. They were able to come out and get a win, 3-0, continuing their 19-game winning streak, extending it to win number 20, staying undefeated in conference play. Coach Dan Bozarth now has 25 wins in his first year as a head coach. That's something special as well. He's top 10 all-time in victories already, just 1 year in. You can see him celebrating on the court with the students right now. And this Pride team has been playing they've been playing at this level all year long, but now more so than ever. When it's the most important, they're playing their best volleyball. Sorry, I'm looking at the basketball court there. They're playing their best volleyball, and they're led by some of their seniors like Jalen Templeton, like Carla Del Castillo, like Kelsey Brooks, like Peyton Shiflett. All of these players have come each night in and night out and shown up night after night here, and one of them is going to be joining us now in just a moment. When we get the camera set up, we're going to hear from Carla Del Castillo, one of the seniors here on this Greensboro team. Carla, I know we can't see you yet, but I think we can hear you. Congratulations on the victory tonight. You can't hear me just yet? All right, we'll get that figured out here in just a second. And as you guys wait, once again, we're going to get Carla Del Castillo on here in just a moment.
Wow. I can hear you
now. She can hear me. All right. So again, we're waiting on Steven. We're good to go. I've got a thumbs up from Steven. I've got verbal confirmation that Carla can hear me. Once again, Carla, congratulations on the victory. A hard-fought victory.
Thank you.
I know you guys do this often, but I'm not sure if you're aware of the math. You guys have only lost 5 sets since September the 13th. The last time you lost a match. Since then, you've only lost 5 sets. What's it been like since that loss in the last 2 months, month and almost 2 now, for this team to just kind of compete the way they've been competing, led by seniors like yourself and the rest of this team? What's it meant to play so well?
Honestly, I'm just really proud of my team. I'm proud of everybody. I think that the main thing that we've been focused on has just been attitude and mentality and just kind of how we decide to approach every single play and every single game. And we have been doing very successful, but we don't underestimate any other team. You know, we give every team our best fight, and we put in all the effort that we possibly can, especially since we're seniors and this is all our last season.
Right. Last season for you guys, first season with Coach Bozarth.
Oh, yeah.
He has come in. How have you guys, obviously you have taken well to him. It seems like you guys enjoy being around him. You've had a lot of success under him. But what is he like? What has it been like with a first-year coach and your senior year trying to build a new relationship with a new coach?
Honestly, at first it was a little scary because you never really know what you're going to get. But honestly, I'm very thankful with Coach Bo because he has been able to manage practices very, very well. He's been doing a good job of building connections with everybody on the team, especially the seniors. And I really appreciate how strategic he is when it comes to preparing for the next match and who we're going against and making sure that practices have us well prepared for the hitters and the defense that we're going up against.
And it has paid off. You guys, as you mentioned, the seniors, they're a very senior-led team. Morgan Mayfield comes in top 5 in the nation in digs per set. Peyton Shiflett comes in top 10 in the nation in kills per set. And then you come in here tonight, lead the team in kills, blocks, and total points on what is your final regular season game inside of Haynes Gymnasium. I see that I am breaking that news to you there.
Yes, I did not know that. That's great.
So an incredible performance from you. And I know you
Thank
guys
you.
have had senior day on Saturday already. But what does it mean to come out and perform that well in front of an absolutely insane crowd here in your final game at Haynes Gymnasium?
Honestly, I'm just very thankful. I'm trying to enjoy every last opportunity that I get to be on the court, and I'm just really happy that I got to do it with all my friends watching, especially my parents here who drove all the way from Florida to come watch me, so I'm very thankful for that.
Absolutely. So glad they could be here to watch your final game. So glad you were able to perform at such a high level in that final game, and most importantly, come away with a victory, extending that winning streak now to 20 games. The school record goes on and gets longer. You guys have another regular season game on Friday, and then some more volleyball upcoming in the postseason. Congratulations.
Yep.
Once again, Carla, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on the victory and all the success. Best of luck going forward, finishing the regular season and in the playoffs.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a great one.
Thank you. There you have it, folks. Carla Del Castillo, as I mentioned, led the entire Greensboro Pride tonight in kills, blocks, and total points. A fantastic performance from the senior from Florida. An all-around great performance from everyone here. A part of this Pride. Skylar Rokoff finished off with 7, tied with Carla Del Castillo. They both had the same amount of kills. Peyton Shiflett 6, Taylor Cody 5, Jalen Templeton 28 total assists. I mentioned she's had double-digit assists in every game but one so far this year. Carla Del Castillo 3.5 total blocks. She finished. I'm sorry, I looked a little bit late. No apologies to Carla, but she still played fantastic. Peyton Shiflett did have 10 total points, so she finished just above Del Castillo, who had 7.5. But a fantastic performance for Carla nonetheless in what was, as I mentioned, the seniors' final game here at Haynes Gymnasium, final regular season game here at Haynes Gymnasium. One more on Friday. Again, a road trip to North Carolina Wesleyan before the USA South Conference tournament begins next Tuesday. That's going to be thrilling action. The Pride have clinched that 1 seed, and they will need to take advantage of that. As we know in the playoffs, anything can happen. No opportunity to take anyone lightly, no opportunity to lay down and rest. It's going to be a whole nother season getting started for Coach Bozarth and his girls, and this senior-led group seems more than capable of handling that. Well, once again, folks, Pride win 3-0, 25-16, your final score here in set number 3. That makes the winning streak 20 for this Pride volleyball team. Continues to be undefeated in conference play, 17-0 now, 25-2 on the year. One more regular season game, as I mentioned, on Friday. I'm Vance Ballard. Thank you so much for joining us right here on